Ladies and gentlemen, folks all around, I'd like to welcome you to the Walking Blind Podcast, episode 52. Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals, and they're about to make that very clear. So just kick back and hang with them, as you've earned it. Ladies and gentlemen, and folks all around, I'd like to welcome you to episode 52 of the Walking Blind Podcast, the show where we normalize checking in on the homies. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Alsaybar. That is our other host, Michael Perez. And today we have a very, very special guest in-house. We have our boy, Tyler, a.k.a. a.k.a. Mr. Ty. Yes. Mr. Ty 50K. Ty 50K all day.
Oh, I cannot wait for that shirt.
We got our boy Ty in the house. Bass player for Burner State. Bass player for Mental Thrash, or whatever that band is now called.
Mental Thrash, yeah. Yes.
And all around Marvel aficionado. The in-house Spider-Man himself.
Agreed.
Miles Morales in the flesh.
Yes.
Miles Morales in the flesh.
Yes,
or
yes.
Peter Parker on a different universe. You know, you never know.
It's true.
It's Miles Morales.
Welcome to our homie Ty to the show. I wasn't sure if I wanted to drop your last name or not. Do you want to drop your last name? You want people to know?
Yeah.
I think I actually did, but I didn't really.
42.
Yeah.
Oh. I actually told people back in high school that was my uncle. Nobody believed me.
You also told people that you played for the Raiders.
That is. But people
You have a
believe me.
history of lies and deceit, sir.
I'm a Raider.
To be fair.
My family's a Rockefeller.
To be fair, people actually believe the Raiders thing. There's pictures.
I could see it.
That's amazing.
I can see it. I mean, you're a fairly ripped gentleman.
I
believe,
do okay.
I believe you if you said you're a running back.
Let's put it this way. In this entire room, you're more than likely the most professional athlete in this room.
Okay.
That's very true.
I'll take
Close second, followed by Jesse, who could be a linebacker.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. If I've got Justin blocking, I'm scoring every time. Every
Nicest
single
thing
time.
you've ever told me, Mike.
Hey, man, take it when you can get it. Just kidding. I love you. 50K all day, baby.
Yes.
So we are here, and this is a special episode because technically we usually record the show on Mondays. Last night we recorded episode 51 with our homie Ryan, which you guys saw, but we didn't want to wait to record this episode, so it might be dropping a little later, but we had to get together and we had to talk about Wakanda Forever. And before we jump into it, I want to get, because Mike and I kind of talked about like what our expectations were for the movie, and then now that we've seen it, like, you know, I want to see if like opinions have changed or thoughts have changed. But I want to know what you were thinking before we jumped into this movie, because, you know, like we'd text and we had talked and sent messages back and forth, but I kind of want to know where your headspace was at. But before we do that, because we fucking forget every time. I want to jump into the mental health check. Mike Perez, you want to explain what this mental health check is?
Yeah, our mental health check is basically where we check in every week, see where we're at mentally. That way we can see if there's anything that we're doing that is helping us, or maybe we're neglecting to do something, which is kind of, you know, maybe kept us in the funk longer than we should be in. Who wants to go first?
You, big guy.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
My mental health check. Okay, so I think mentally I'm doing well. I think I've been consistent with jump roping. I actually added a little different. I have a warm down for my jump rope. I have a lighter jump rope now.
You have a warm down?
Yeah, like after I do my normal set, I have a weighted jump rope that I do my normal set, and then when I'm done, I have a lighter one
Do you feel like stronger with the lighter jump rope?
I feel
Like you know how like you'll
I'm
train with like 16-ounce gloves and then you drop down to like 12 and you're like, oh shit, I'm
Yes,
throwing like way
fast,
heavy.
right.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because it's so thin that like I feel like when I'm doing it, I can't see. I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't explain it.
Yeah,
It's like
you're going
like-
so fast.
Yeah.
Do you just steal your niece's jump ropes and just?
Do they have the beads on them?
It's got the little strings hanging out.
Tassels?
Yeah.
What you guys don't know is Mike's jump roping is his niece's, and they're just double dutching.
Oh my
And Mike's just out there.
I just got a perfect mental for that. Yes.
He's got to squat a little bit because they're shorter than him. So.
Oh my gosh.
A, B, C.
Oh man,
If that was, if we can do that, I would 100%
Yeah.
do that.
that's still a workout.
I'd see it at 4 a.m. Just who's your boyfriend? I forgot.
I didn't know that was a champ.
I didn't know either.
Yeah.
You know.
You guys didn't have that?
Nah.
Hey man, you know.
We usually hung out with other boys during boys.
Listen, Jesse, whatever you do for that 50K.
You know?
That's between you and the Lord and Jeff.
Everybody
And Jeff.
And Jeff.
Everybody did
And
like
Jeff.
forget this week.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But that's good, man. So you're kind of back on track with jump
Yeah,
roping.
back on track, jump rope. At this point, I'm not even. I probably shouldn't even mention the word keto.
No, let's not talk about it. I just ordered like what 6 pizzas.
Everybody a personal pizza.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
I guess as far as the diet goes, I try when I can to like not do sugar.
You're just trying to make better choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And so
That's what counts.
yeah, but I think there's been a lot of music stuff in my life. Like Burner State has been gearing up for recording, so I've been doing.
Well, you guys started recording.
We started recording, yeah.
Yes. So it's no longer in the gearing up phase. You guys are actually.
We're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, drums are done, man. And so yeah, so I've been able to sing, and then also I think because of recording coming up, I've really been focusing on my vocal lessons that I've been doing,
Yeah.
and so like I'm trying to really practice those songs and really take in the notes that I'm getting for that, and so anytime I'm singing, mentally it'll put me in a better place. The jump rope is super helpful, and I just feel like I said, I feel like there's a lot of things that are pending. What's that?
What are you doing?
Tell you that I should get down more. Like, sit down more.
Why?
I can't.
Look at Jesse. Jesse, let it go.
Yeah.
You guys, I work on these camera angles so hard.
Shut up.
I watch YouTube videos. Chris Fix It comes on sometimes. But, you know.
okay.
But yeah, so basically just the jump roping is helping, singing is helping, and a lot of things I think coming up in the next couple months, and I'm really hoping I can stick with this because I feel like this will help in a lot of this decision making and all the stuff coming up. I feel like next year is gonna be a busy year. It's gonna be a crazy year, but I'm kind of looking forward to it.
It's a good type of busy and chaos.
Yeah.
It's gonna be happening. So nice, man.
All right.
Yes.
Ty?
I love that deep sigh. It's good, I promise. Mentally, I'm better. I don't want to say I had a rough week last week because I feel like things could always be worse, but it just was not the norm. But definitely better. Music helps, of course. The anxiety of starting recording is pretty much done. So that's exciting. I can't wait to get my parts done with Kelly. So definitely looking forward to that. Work's gotten a little bit better. That was causing some of the roughness last week, but yeah, it's gotten better. The gym helps a lot.
Gym helps?
The gym helps a lot. I will say, like, in that small hour, like, I feel like, okay, like, this is sore. Okay, I just kind of forgot about everything for a little bit. Yeah, sometimes it'll come right back, but, like, it's just a nice little decompress. So.
Are you a morning gym guy or are you a evening gym guy?
Well,
or do you just take gym
Or those
anytime?
weirdo like midday lunch gym guys.
More of a morning. I mean, 50-50. Let's not fake the funk. I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, sleep is part of that too. But yeah, no, it's the gym really does help though. I think just the consistency helps me going like way off, the rocker if I'm having a bad week. So that's kind of why I say like, last week was rough, but like I was able to kind of maintain and kind of reel everything in. And this is gonna sound really really corny, but I think every time something crazy comes up, and I use that word crazy loosely, like I do the whole, okay, let me count to 10. Okay, hold up. Before I respond to do anything, think about what's really going on. Is there a solution to it? Okay, like, is there more than one solution? And then by the time I've done all that, like, I'm able to respond a lot more clearly. Like,
Right.
It's, again, I know that sounds very corny because I feel like people, say, oh, just count this and everything will be fine. But like really, like, really taking a second to just chill and then, figure out what's going on, figure out what the real problem is, figuring out if it's that serious or not that serious really, really helps. So, I sometimes give off this like view that I have it all together. I don't. I just all I do is just I'm like, okay, let me just chill out and then
Well, I kind of got to see you like a problem arise in real time, and you literally were like, "It's fine, it's fine. Well, no, we'll figure it out." Yeah, no, it's fine. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
And we're like, "What happened?" And you're like, "The drivers took the wrong check or something
Yeah.
like that."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Literally got a work call where I was at the studio and I was like, okay, hold up. Like what solution, like what ways can we get this figured out? And then like, I just, okay, hold up. Like I could either do this or do this. Got a phone call real quick. Boom. Now the problem's done. Right. And stuff like that actually happens a lot more frequently. So the more times that stuff happens, the easier it is for me to kind of figure out. But yeah, that's a lot better though. I will say a lot better. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good now. Better place.
Yeah, man.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Michael.
It's kind of interesting to have this like mental health check a day after having a mental health check before, but in between that one day, I did kind of get some clarity on some things, which we had been talking about a little bit before this about like with Jesse about getting the gym membership, right? And I think that like you're right, like training and being active, getting your body moving is a huge like boost for your body and just like your mental well-being. And I realized the other day that like I have too much going on here at the house, right? Like now we have the studio here, like we have all this going on here that like I do like voiceover work here, like everything happens here. And having the gym here also just makes it all feel like, oh, it's just too much going on in the house, right? So when I like went out and trained like outside of the house, I was like, oh shit, like this feels different because I'm not like kind of stuck in the house, right? Like I'm not still, because when I'm here and I'm like looking, let's say I'm in the garage, I'm looking at like, oh, the motorcycle needs an oil change, or oh, this needs to get done, or this needs to get done. And then I'm just like in a completely different headspace versus like if I'm at a gym and there's just weights around me, like all I can look at is weights or, treadmills or whatever else you see at the gym. You know what I mean? Mostly
Like what,
dudes,
Michael?
dudes in short shorts, right?
Yeah. 50K.
But no, it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, oh, okay, maybe part of like what's been stressing me out is that like finding that separation between like getting work done at home and then also like kind of separating everything. Because one thing I found myself doing is like when I edit, I'll just bring my laptop inside and I edit in the house, and then it's kind of like I'm just blending work and like everything together. So I came out here to like work and edit and stuff like that, and then that even just that little bit of separation was like good for me, So I'm starting to find that nice little work balance again, which I kind of lost for a little bit, and then I just took some time, like an hour before we recorded this. I was just like, I'm not gonna worry about anything, and I'm just gonna play PlayStation and just chilled for like an hour. I had like the laptop open and Mike's face staring at me for the like lyric breakdown. And then I had all the cameras set up over here and like I could see myself playing, but I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna look at the TV. I don't give a shit, you know.
Yeah.
So hopefully that little epiphany kind of leads to a little less hecticness going on. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, I think I'm just I'm ready to walk away from the 9 to 5. I'm tired of it. Now I'm not officially ready, but I am ready to leave.
I was like,
You know, there's a couple more things that need to fall in place before I do it. But
gotcha.
who knows? 2023 might be that year. You know, which is hard to walk away from because it's a nice little gig. But,
Yeah.
you know.
And it's been how long since you switched up?
Well, I've been with the organization for 12 years.
Oh,
but
Mike.
you know, but like I've moved within the organization.
yeah.
You know, over the past, you know.
Dude, 12 years is.
But yeah, 12 years. It's the longest I've ever been anywhere, including like houses and stuff. Like I've never lived in like more like this is going on ever since I bought the house. Like pretty soon, like within the next year or two, it'll be the longest I've ever lived in one place. Which is kind of wild to me.
Congrats, because
I'm kind of like, let me sell this house and go somewhere else. But,
It's weird. I feel like where you've lived have been like timestamps for like my life in like certain ways. Like what?
There was like that the real shitty apartment in downtown Riverside, and then there was like the house with Bobby D. You know, like I've just been like all over the place, and I'll spend like a year or maybe 2, and then I'll move, and then I'll move, and then I'll move. You know. So yeah, it's definitely, before this, I had a condo that I was renting before I bought the house, and I was there for like 5 years, and that was the longest I'd ever been somewhere. And then I got the house. Now I'm going on, I think this is year 4, like that.
All right.
2018, 19, yeah, like 4 years. Yeah.
Next year, Mike's like, oh, I'm selling the place, guys.
Yeah, selling the place. Somebody just got a sick ass office in the back. It's not like I could advertise it as a bedroom unless I build a closet.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah, you would need to leave this as a studio. This is very cool.
Yeah, I think the idea is if I ever leave here to keep the house as an income property, and then just rent it out and then go somewhere else.
And then
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Alsaybar Studios.
Well. There's some other plans in the work. We can talk about it afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So, you know.
All right.
Well,
Good.
Well.
all right. So I guess now we can go into.
So okay, let's preface this right now.
Oh yeah.
There are going to be spoilers
Yes.
that we're going to talk about because I want to be able to openly talk about this. But also, by the time this comes out, the movie will have been out already for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks, I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks at that point. 2 weeks.
So go watch the movie.
So if
Go watch it.
if you haven't seen it by now,
Yeah.
Turn off this podcast and go.
go watch it
go
and
watch
then
it
come
and
right
come
back.
back.
Yeah.
But so once again, now I kind of want to jump back to Ty. Like,
Okay.
what were your thoughts and what were your expectations going into the movie?
Okay. So expectation number 1, Killmonger. I don't know what fashion, end credit scene, coming back in the costume, in some way saving Wakanda, whatever. He needed to be in the movie.
Yeah.
That was my first one. Second one is I didn't get it. I don't know if we're gonna address this later, but I feel like I would have liked more. I wanted more fight scenes, whether it's Shuri in the costume, Shuri not in the costume. I just wanted more fight scenes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where a lot of my attention goes. Like I still right now, you guys are gonna think I'm weird for this, but Shang-Chi is actually still one of my favorite Marvel movies purely because
The action is great.
I love that movie.
I mean, I don't. We're not going to rank, but I don't know. Top 5. I mean, it's up there just purely because of the fight scenes. I mean, the bus scene alone. I'm getting off topic, but I'm just saying. So there's
The
that.
bus scene was dope.
Yeah, just right off the bat, the bus scene was dope. So I thought I was going to get more of that. I thought I was. I shouldn't say thought. I was expecting to see T'Challa's son in some form or fashion, and I think it was in the first preview or the second preview. the water scene where the baby's born, I thought that was T'Challa's son. That's what I thought that was. Obviously, we found out that wasn't. So I was like, oh, okay, so he obviously has a son. Maybe there's, they're going to talk about that. What else? I thought we would get a couple more cameos. I mean, I get it. It's all in Wakanda, but I would have liked maybe just like a couple more cameos, but not maybe one of the other Avengers.
Yeah.
Mike the whole time was saying like Doctor Doom.
Okay. So yeah, Mike brought that up, and I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe can we get this? I don't know how they'll bring him in, but hey, can we get this?
Apparently he was that was supposed to be the end credit scene. It was deleted. It's a deleted end credit scene.
This is really frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully,
I think it would have been like one of the theories I heard was in that courtroom that they're in, that you're gonna see that as a representative. Where's Latvia or where's he? Lavania or?
I always forget.
It's a made up place, so it's hard to like.
Yeah.
But
not if you're a real Marvel fan.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like those were like the main ones, honestly. I mean, but yeah, like I said, Killmonger, more action. T'Challa's legacy as far as like, him having a son. I also thought, aside from T'Challa being the Black Panther, that someone else was gonna die. So they basically made me twice. I didn't know who it was gonna be. I just knew it was gonna be somebody else. I was not prepared for that. So yeah, that was
Latveria.
That was rough. There you go.
And then just as last, I guess, before we go into like our actual review of the movie, what are your thoughts on the handling of Chadwick Boseman passing? Do you think it was the right move to make a movie where it addresses him dying, or do you think it would have been a better move to recast him?
Nah, I think specifically for this movie, I like how they did it right away. They didn't waste any time. I think for respect for him and the whole like Marvel universe, I'm his family too. Like I like how they went the disease route versus like him dying in battle or something like that. So I did like that, but I mean, Jesus Christ, they waited no time. It was just like right off the bat, I'm like, cool. Now, I didn't cry, but man, it hit me. Like I was like,
that opens the Marvel title with no music or anything.
Yeah, I mean, again,
cool.
no time.
Did you guys notice that they did, like, if you watch the Disney Plus Black Panther, they have that opening credit on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the Chadwick Boseman Marvel.
Interesting.
Oh,
Interesting.
cool. Like, and with no music or anything?
I don't remember if there was music because we had Elliot watch Black Panther because he watches.
He's of that age. He's ready.
Well, he watches the Spider-Man cart, like the Spidey and his Amazing Friends, the kids one.
Absolutely love those.
With like Miles and Gwen and all that, and Black Panther shows up in that series.
Oh, cool.
And so he's like Black Panther, and I'm like, fuck yeah, check this out.
Watch this. Watch this.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw the title and I was like, "Oh shit!" They changed it and like all purple.
Yeah,
it's no longer like the red. It was just,
so that was before the theater then that they had it on there.
I don't know. Well, this happened after I watched the movie, so I don't know if they just replaced it in the because now they have the ability to do
they
that.
can just do that quick, right?
Which Mandela effect, but so yeah, I think that there's like the way that they handled him passing, what I was expecting was them to do like more flashbacks and stuff and then include and what I was curious about is like
because they really don't
like you really don't see him in the movie other than like a few glimpses here and there but like I was curious like because like I don't really remember the timeline. Had they already started filming when he passed? Or was it slated for filming?
They had a couple scenes already filmed out, but once he passed, they said
they scrapped everything.
So there is a couple scenes that were with the original idea for Wakanda Forever with him.
Because I was curious if they were gonna try and use like cut some of those scenes up and put them into the film, but
like how they did for like Paul Walker or something like that.
yeah. But I think the way that they handled it, you know, and for him to die of a disease, you know, it's kind of like very like this is honorable, you know, type thing.
That's
and then I think that the story that they told was good. The story they told was good, and I'll leave it at that for now.
yeah.
So, but I think that they handled it with class. You know, like they didn't like overuse his image too much because, you know, that's kind of disrespectful also, you know, like, oh, let's cash cow this whole thing. So I think the way that they did it and they handled it was the right way to do it. Now, I still wasn't really sold on her as Black Panther.
Yeah.
I said this like last week, and like I'm not invested in her. Matter of fact, I'm more invested in oh my god, why am I blanking on her character's name?
Okoye?
Yeah, I'm more invested in her. I'm more invested in her than any other character. And I thought we were gonna have 2 Black Panthers at the time, and I thought that Shuri was gonna go like she's angry, so she's gonna go that Killmonger route, especially with the gold suit. And then I was thinking, oh, okay, Okoye is gonna come in and be like, this is the way it should have been done with Chadwick's suit. To me, I was like, that would have been fucking great. And then you have 2 Black Panthers fighting Namor. You know what I mean?
And it makes more sense too, because like never, and I think we kind of talked about this when we were in the theater. It's like, at least give us a training montage of like Shuri, because like I'd imagine she's Wakandan and she's the princess.
She's trained as a warrior.
But it's like we only know her from the tech side, and she's
Correct.
And she's you know, we've only really seen her you know, that side of her, the science.
Just the science side. Yeah, we didn't see.
And so I kind of would have liked to have seen her, you know, train, because it's like she's really strong, but like so is Namor.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like I don't know. It just seemed like it was like the Superman problem, where it's like like if you power down Superman, Batman beats the shit out of him, because Batman's an actual you know,
because Batman's trained. He's you know, been prepared for these fights, everything like that. And that was my thing too. Like, we know that Okoye has been out in the field. She's been doing all these missions, these spy missions, things like that, and she's fully trained to take on that role, right? And she doesn't freeze.
There's several. There are several people. It's great if you think about it. They're like a warrior nation. And we're introduced to so many different cool warriors in Wakanda, and it was just weird that it's like Shuri gets the medal.
Like, I understand it was like the family mantle type thing, but I don't know. I guess I didn't see enough of her as Black Panther to be like, yeah, cool, she's Black Panther, right?
That was my issue.
But yeah, I mean, like for the story that they told, it worked, right? And I also understand that Marvel is trying to create new legacy characters, right? Like, and then following along like with the comics how they are currently, like where you have Ironheart and you have all these, you know, like female driven characters. I understand why they're trying to do that in the cinematic universe, right? But at the same time, kind of like I said before, we're not invested in these characters, right? Like. If we want to jump over to the Ironheart character and Riri, like there's no connection to Tony Stark. Like there's no Iron Man connection at all. So why does she have an Iron Man suit basically?
Or how's she even walking freely? And you don't think like some agency would have picked her up? She's 19. She's not like a little kid.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The actress that played her and the character, like she did well.
Hilarious.
But at the same time, I'm like, we could have had this movie without her.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why that's part of the difficulty of like developing attachment to those characters is like, you could have done it without these characters and it would have been fine, right? There was no necessity for them. And then versus like scenarios where like you feel like, oh, this character played such a big role in this movie, you couldn't do it without them. That's when you start to develop that attachment, right? That's just, I don't know. That's my kind of 2 cents.
I think it would have been. We were talking with this with a couple friends of mine, and they were talking about how it would have been better if a scientist went rogue from Wakanda. You know, that would have made more sense.
But they kind of did that in the first movie. That there was a rogue, you know. Killmonger's dad.
Killmonger's dad.
But I was like, that would have made more sense than you just bringing a whole new character in that I've never seen before. Or how does she know how to use, Tony Stark's?
I mean, the only thing I see where that would be essential would be in the sense that like, that's why Wakanda has to be like, no, she's ours, don't touch her, basically to Namor and the Talcans, you know, like I kind of also thought that was interesting too. It's just like, well, why are you guys, protecting? You know, I don't know. I guess like, I guess you could keep her in Wakanda, and keep her trapped there. I guess that's one of the things she was recommending, but it just seemed like, I don't know, would they really go to war to protect this one girl?
Yeah. And another thing too, like if we're talking about, like Marvel scientists that could have created this machine, we could have, had like a Reed Richards that created this machine.
That'd be super tight if
and
he just showed up.
Like he didn't necessarily have to be a huge, but even just a little like hint, a throwaway of like, oh, things like that. Like because realistically, after the machine dilemma, right? Like, what else was she there for? And that's what like I wanted her to be a bigger part of it, so that I would be like, okay, I'm attached to this character.
Or even the CIA, the operative, the I forgot what's his name. Damn. How they gave him beads and stuff like that. Maybe they use that to find, adamant. I want to say adamant.
Vibranium. Oh, that's coming though. Yeah, that's coming 2024.
Or to then find out that like she had been in custody by the CIA, or like some agency.
A relative, a daughter of somebody, and then she shows her,
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
But
She'll show up in either like an Avenger movie. She's gonna show up somewhere because that.
I think she has her own show coming.
Okay. She has a Netflix, and then okay, here's here's another thing that bothered me. Like, how did her Mark II armor go from like just an exoskeleton to like full on Power Ranger? Like how did we like with the cornrows? How did I get that you're in Wakanda, but then like. Also, we could have made that, like, if there's no connection to Tony Stark, we could have made that suit, like look more like Wakandan, right? Like, you built this shit in Wakanda. Yeah. Let's make it look like it came from Wakanda. It looks space agey and fucking high tech and shit.
She was also using just scraps to build it.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I still stand by the fact that I didn't connect with the characters as much as I wanted to.
She'll what am I thinking? I don't know when the next like Spider-Man movie will come out or when he's gonna come back in, but the fact that she went to MIT,
that was cool.
Yeah,
I think there's, I don't know how they're gonna connect, but they're gonna get together somehow. So
and
that'll be good.
If that Disney Plus series comes out and it's fucking sick, then maybe you'll kind of like get more attached, right? But and maybe we'll see it in that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully, I don't want to.
Since Peter Parker lost everybody, maybe she's now friends with Ned, or
That's right. Yeah. Or MJ.
MJ, yeah.
Because.
Because she's a very activist. Maybe with MJ.
There you go.
I still think it's kind of crazy how this girl is that brilliant, and she made this machine that is like so valuable that like two crazy nations have gone to war.
Yeah.
Really 3, but And then you like let her just walk back into school.
Yeah.
But I think didn't they kind of hint to the fact that like she designed it for a class, but she didn't really make the machine. Somebody else took her application and applied it.
She basically had like an idea of finding, not for vibranium, but just for finding rare metals.
Yeah, because she did it like as a thesis project,
okay.
and then somebody got their hands on that, and that's how they created
Dr. Doom did it.
Okay.
machine. Maybe it was So, I want to ask you about like now. I am not versed very much in Namor, right? Because I didn't give a fuck about this like half naked dude with like wings on his feet, right?
Jeremy Scott's. I'm seriously gonna find a pair of those,
dude. And everybody was wearing Adidas in the movie, so there's that. But I really liked the idea of changing that origin story to like the Aztec,
the whole culture
Yeah.
background that they did was cool because I wasn't very versed in Namor either. So when I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is cool.
And somebody at Disney and Marvel was like, fucking Namor.
Just like that.
Namor,
Yeah.
no love. And I really liked switching that origin. Like I kind of liked that not kind of. I did like how they have like this thriving like culture that like when we go like, oh, the Aztecs are extinct, right? But then turns out like this culture is living on, but underwater, you know.
Dude, I love the water currents.
Yeah.
That would take you. That took you.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And I just loved how like when they brought her to Talocan or whatever, however you pronounce it, that like everybody there was so happy, right? Like everybody there was thriving.
Yeah.
You know, like they were stoked to see her like underwater and stuff like that, and they have these just like this culture that's just so vibrant and so like the same way that like when you see Wakanda for the first time, you're like, holy shit, like this is beautiful, you know.
And also like they weren't so high tech, they were still living in their old ways, they had that much crazy text and like saying like for Atlantis, right, for DC, I liked how they still kept it the old ways, and it was really dope.
And there's still hints that like pretty modern stuff, like their weaponry and like the mask and stuff.
The mask thing
and the
was cool.
suit that she got to go down in.
They stole that suit. They took that suit.
That was from
they?
what's his I remember the guys
in the beginning,
the very beginning.
When they were checking out the machine.
Oh yeah.
They took those suits from those two.
Oh,
I fucking loved the like siren call basically,
That was
where they
hard.
come up out of the water and they start
dude.
That was
singing, and then
so hard.
people just start
It's
like
what is happening?
that was sick to me. Like I was like,
Wakandans.
oh, okay, like this kind of makes sense. But I just thought like that whole and the idea of them like of like Namor, painting the stories like in the traditional style. Like that was it was so cool to me. Like it just looked so good.
It was good.
And I think that like part of me was like when we see Wakanda, you go, oh, we've seen this before. We saw it in the last movie,
Right.
So like, yeah, it's still beautiful. Yeah, it still looks great, but we've been there, and then now it's like here's this new vibrant world that's like also and like the his backstory like made sense. Like the origin story made sense.
Spaniards and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I even just like how how they took that plant, they ate the plant and it changed them, and then so they needed water, and he was the only, like it makes sense. His mom was already pregnant with him.
Yeah.
He was a human baby, but he got part of that whatever kind of changed them.
And it's like they were saying ties in with X-Men that he got his powers,
Yeah.
Well, I think he was already a mutant.
He was a mutant.
He was a mutant,
Okay,
but then that plant maybe
Like enhanced
enhanced it even more.
Now what I and I granted it's hard to make this look really cool, but like when he comes out of the water and his feet are the wings on his feet are flapping, he's like coming out.
Hey, he was like walking on air, like when
That
we were
was
like,
cool.
I
You running.
yeah, literally running on air, like, dude, what the hell? Like, yeah,
I can't wait to watch that movie again and be able to like kind of slow it down because it looked like he would like take a push.
Like he would juke.
Mid-
like,
yeah,
mid-air
yeah,
and
yeah.
like take off. I thought it was cool. I saw an interview with I read an interview with Ryan Coogler, and he was saying that because they asked him about Aquaman tie, and he's like, I'm happy for them, and I'm glad that they kind of gave us a mark because obviously they're similar characters.
Yeah.
like they have
It was they were the answer to each other
Yeah.
in that era of comic books. Yeah.
And so and he was saying that it was cool because it gave him like almost like what they could do and like where they could change things.
Yeah.
Because he's like they're similar, but we can make them like changing the Mayan thing. So like such a cool way to add in doing more representation for Hispanics and stuff. But I thought it was cool that Ryan Coogler was like, yeah, dude. He's like, I thought we watched Aquaman. We're happy for Aquaman, and it gave us almost like a template of like,
There you go.
this is what we can take from. This is the stuff that's probably it's gonna just what it is. Like they're gonna have to, the similarities are gonna be there, but where we can make it different, we'll make it different.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that to me that was like the biggest part of the movie for me was seeing like that whole culture kind of like come out and once again like the villain origin story for these Coogler movies fucking makes perfect sense, right? Like you understand why they hate the surface world. Like when you look at Aquaman, like you don't really get why they hate people on land. Yeah,
It's pollution.
You threw
Is that enough,
stuff
though?
in the water,
Is that
so
enough,
now I'm
yeah.
upset.
I mean, like
Now I'm mad.
it's like you get it, but it's not like well. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Whereas like, dude, like this like makes sense, right? Like as a kid, you come up and you just want to bury your mom in her homeland, and here's like pillaging and plundering and slavery and assassination, and it's like, you're an angry kid, and not to mention you're an angry kid. You have a literal God complex, so of course you grow up thinking, and like he could have wiped the floor with everybody,
Quick.
like everybody.
He just floats, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm
And
good.
honestly, he didn't really need the Wakandans to go to war with the surfing people. honestly.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
But as a united front, that would have been
Yeah.
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 I thought one of the hardest lines is when we first meet him, and he says,
Hola.
"I have more." He said, "I have more soldiers than you have blades of grass."
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we steal that for a song? Wait.
And
Yeah, no, never mind.
so my question though is that like where he came up out of the water was not like the ocean. Like it was just some random marsh like in Wakanda, right? So does that mean that there are those riptide tubes that connect to all bodies of water, or like how does that work?
Or maybe because the Wakandans don't really expect somebody to come out of the water, so they don't have no safety barrier or the
No, but I mean
shield.
like he's not in the ocean, right? Like you don't just
Show up
teleport
somewhere.
from
Yeah,
an ocean to a
exactly.
lake.
Yeah, like how did you like
Right?
where are
So
you
like
coming
that,
from? Right.
you know, is that yeah. So and from what I remember of Wakanda, like it's essentially landlocked, right? Like it's in the mountain pass. So like how
How does
did
he
he
just show up? Yeah.
how did he like flutter his way into like
well, he flew a couple.
Well, they said he had to have gone like 100 kilometers or whatever underwater.
to get there?
Yeah.
So there's some sort of connection.
Yeah,
to
'cause-
that. I
'cause-
must have missed that.
Yeah, they're in their council. The homeboy with the plate in his mouth.
Yeah.
He's like, who could have traveled that distance
Which
underwater?
side note, lip plates fascinate me, dude. Like I remember like when I first pierced my lips, and then I got into like the culture of everything like that, and first seeing like lip plates, I was like, yo, like that's how how do you? Because it takes time to do it without
not just
like
doing it,
yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, like
The lip piercing, like all that is it's a piercing in the center of your lip, and then you just gauge until
yeah.
So like when you take that plate out, you just have a fucking giant hole,
Right.
and that like that lip like that's real,
Yeah.
right?
You're
Like
talking
that,
about the person on the council, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like and I know it's tradition and everything, but like that's fascinating to me. Like how do you go about your everyday life with something like that? I would be
Like that would
I
be-
would be like pulling out the lip plate on like in my hair and shit. Like,
Yeah. See.
what was that? My camera? I can fix it. You can put it on mic and let Mike talk.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
So
You said put it on mic and you just walk right in front of his camera.
yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was such a cool. Namor's such a cool, exciting character now to be in the MCU.
Yep. That didn't kill him off either.
Yeah.
Because that gives opportunity for him to be able to do some more stuff.
I actually had I actually thought that they were actually going to go through with it. Like, she was going to go full Killmonger and avenge him, because I didn't see her when she took the genetic flower.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she would have, found peace and end up like seeing either her mother, and
Yeah.
But since they all there was Killmonger, I was like, oh, she's
gonna do it.
there's a point of no return. She's gonna kill somebody,
Mm-hmm.
That would kind of interesting too, huh? Make her a villain.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been like such a?
Yeah.
Again, like I just
Turning Wakanda's savior into a villain.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is why I wanted, a little bit more Killmonger. I like how they introduced him. It was cool. I
remember me.
a little bit more would have been nice.
All four of us were toying with the idea that since Killmonger wanted to be buried with his people or thrown into the ocean with his people, we were toying with the idea that he's. Remember that we were.
That's
They
that's
would have fished them out of the ocean and given them the flower that they have.
Yo, that would have been wild.
How hard would it have been like when she goes to Telecan that he's there. He's amongst the Telecans.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh, I love that theory.
Yeah, that was one of the theories that I kind of like really wanted to see in the beginning.
Dang, that would have been
and that
sick.
like that we would have Killmonger as like a kind of reformed, like, okay, I'm ready to take the mantle, but like for real,
And it's instead of like giving the vibranium to his people, now he sees the side of Namor and wants to actually attack.
Oh my
people
gosh.
that oppressed him and his people,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
What if season 2?
Dude, have you guys
Tough.
heard? Sorry, we're getting like on these.
Yeah.
I heard a theory about how. So everyone's one of the biggest complaints about Phase 4, which is what we're in right now, is how none of these movies connect, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I heard a theory that Loki. What happened with Loki?
Is why they
Every
don't
single one of these movies are a different universe.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Or like they're
Interesting.
All, what do they call Loki?
Variant.
Variant.
The variant.
Variants.
Like Namor's a variant, like something.
Interesting.
And so in that way, like, we could get a Black Panther or a Killmonger from a different planet, a different
where he succeeded
verse,
in taking the
multiverse.
mantle, or he did take the mantle, but like wasn't killed.
Yeah, it's because there's like a real lack of Avengers, and we know that because at least in the world that we saw, they're the Avengers headquarters destroyed and all that stuff.
Right,
but it's
right,
like, but as we've seen in Multiverse of Madness, there are some worlds that don't have Avengers. Like the Spider-Man worlds, they didn't have. thought it was a band.
Oh, I miss Toby and Andrew.
I don't know. I feel like Kevin Feige's lack of like addressing all these questions that people keep asking about the connectedness and why isn't this and that.
You think that's why?
I wonder. I don't know if it's that or maybe Secret Wars or Secret Invasion. Secret Wars.
Is that's the one with?
It's gonna be the next like big Avenger movie.
Oh my God, eye patch.
Nick Fury.
Thank you. That's embarrassing.
Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't want to say him. I'm like, no, his character. No,
Let's be real here. It's Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes, but I'm like,
It's Samuel L. Jackson with an eye patch.
Yeah, that's him.
That's this motherfucker.
Yes, him.
I'm gonna fix our technical difficulties. We can keep going though.
That's the next. That's not the next movie, is it?
No, but it's like that's like the big Avenger movie.
Oh, got it. Okay.
But there is his show. I always forget. Is that Secret Invasion?
Actually, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That would be interesting. Like, I don't know. I feel like it seems weird to kind of doubt Kevin Feige, right? At this point.
Yeah, there's just a lot.
He's not a real person. He's a camera.
There's just like a lot of gaps.
Yeah, it's just like apparently like there's been a lot of complaints about these movies and
Yeah, just
And
the
how-
newer ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like I don't know.
Oh, no. Nick Fury's Secret War.
Secret Wars.
Oh, what's Secret
Okay.
Invasion? Because I've seen that.
Then
But-
that's the big one.
Isn't Secret Invasion going to be the Skrulls, right?
Yeah.
Like that storyline.
Well, is that a series or is that a movie?
Wasn't Secret Wars where we got the first like
What's
all
gonna-
black Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Secret Wars is going to be about more with the K's or what is it? But those aliens that he was
The Skrulls.
Skrulls. Yeah, Skrulls.
sorry, yeah. So that's what
Yeah.
Secret Wars is about.
Okay.
You know how they literally live among us, so it would be him, tracking down everybody, talking to a scientist, and stuff like that, and then developing what Shield has as technology and how they can enhance now using weapons.
Did you watch Agents of Shield?
Not all the way through.
I did not. Yeah.
Not all the way through.
I stopped like on like season 3, I think, or
Yeah.
4 maybe.
I couldn't get into it. And I was told you have to watch at least 12 episodes. I was like, I don't.
12.
We got time.
Okay. All right.
You got a good 2, and that's it.
The-
Yeah, you got 2 to hook me.
You know what?
Shout out to Moon Knight.
I will say the first 2 seasons were like good, they're compelling. There's like a really big twist, which for me is almost like hard to recover from.
At this point in time, you can go ahead and tell the twist because it's been like
Oh,
10
yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's.
One of the agents, like they focus. I think her character's name is Daisy. You later find out she's an Inhuman, but she gets picked up to be an agent for Shield, and so her guy, her mentor, is this character, and he's like by the book and a badass and all that stuff, and then you find out that he's Hydra.
Oh.
Like, and it was like, it was tough because he like kills one of their men, like one of their characters. Another, like that show, like the first 2 seasons of that show, I thought were, I don't think they were as bad as any people making it out to. I think it got worse because eventually, but anyway, why were we? Why did we?
Yeah.
Why did we bring
Okay,
this
we're
up?
talking about Secret Invasion.
We're
Secret
just
Wars.
trying to tie
and that's
everything
Okay,
together.
so
Yeah.
you were talking about Agents of Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Agents of Shield was like a good opportunity to like bring Coulson back because everybody loved him.
Yeah,
And things like that.
he was great in that. That the cast was that I thought was good.
And that's where we got that really good Ghost Rider, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robbie Reyes is his last name.
Reyes or
I think so. Yeah.
Ghost Rider needs to come in.
Every time I got to say this, and give me my camera. Every time I can't think of a name of a Marvel character, all I'm thinking in my head is, "Fuck, Joker's gonna hate this. Joker's gonna hate this so much."
On the episode, he comes and just shit talking. Yeah.
It's
How do you not know this person? This person.
it really is one of those things where it's like I feel like we're pretty good at rattling the shit off when we're like talking. And then, of course, when
and
the
then once
camera's
we're
on-
behind the cameras, like it all goes away. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this: we have some merch designs that we're throwing around, and one of the ideas that we have for the merch design was Jolka's post about our show.
What did he say?
Where he basically said he was like, if you like Marvel facts that aren't real, how to drink water out of a can, and you want to hear people talk about raccoons, in a lot better words than I
it
just
was
said.
funny.
So I was saying like, oh, we should make this a shirt, and Martin's like, no, you should just make the screenshot of that shirt and just print it on the back, like screenshot his post and put it on the shirt. I was like, that might happen.
Are you into conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
Show for you.
Love that shirt, by the way.
So, but yeah, so like going back to Wakanda Forever, I think overall, like I think that they did a really good job of kind of honoring the legacy of Chadwick Boseman.
It's an impossible task.
Yeah, like it's like how do you do that, right? Like, and the fact that of course like there's no way to do this movie without like what's the answer to like, well, when I go to see the ancestors before I become Black Panther, how do we do that if we don't have Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah.
And the answer to that we got in the movie was Killmonger. you know. And that was like
Such a good scene.
honestly, like I go, I like that they did that. I like because you can tell that Shuri's so angry, she's so pissed, right? And then for her to go down that path where now she's like seeing him instead of
I think you really understood her emotions when Killmonger showed up.
Yeah.
You really understand that how this hatred that she has, you know.
I thought it was a pretty good setup too, in the sense that I didn't see it coming, in the sense that as soon as they killed off the queen, as soon as she died, I was just like, she's going to be who shows up in the ancestral plane.
Let's talk about her shoulders for 1 second.
Okay.
Dude, Angela Bassett.
Okay,
is a
wait,
fucking boss, dude.
wait.
Angela
Yes.
Bassett,
Oh
and,
my
and they're saying
goodness.
that hopefully that she's going to win her first Oscar for this.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
911
yeah.
and everything like that, dude. Like, she
First off, fucking even at her, so gorgeous.
Oh, my
And when you
goodness.
first see her, when she walks out, like she has a level of muscle definition that I could only ever hope to reach.
Michelle Obama.
Right? Like Ty was like a row behind me, and I just felt his hands get on my shoulders, which felt awfully weak at the time. And he's like, yo.
Okay, so full disclosure, I know this is way off topic, so you guys might want to cut this out, but like that is actually
Never. Never.
So shoulders are like one of my like favorite things on a female. I don't know what it is, but like a nice set of shoulders. So of course the second I saw, like my jaw dropped and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God, yeah. So I mean, yes, obviously she's an amazing actress, but my God, her shoulders
And
are amazing.
she killed it in this movie.
Man,
she killed it. in this
serious.
movie.
I think it'd be hard to find moments where I found, like, there's 2 times where she spoke where I got chills.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
obviously when she's like basically talking about how like don't think we're weak just because we've lost our king. We don't have a black man.
Yeah, that was really good speech. Yep.
That whole thing.
When she brings all the soldiers in.
That was hard. That was hard.
And
Love
then
that.
and then her and then when she's basically that moment with the general.
When she denounces her,
Yeah.
Okoye.
Yeah, dude, that
was
was
a really good
hard.
scene. Yeah.
That was so
tough
rough
to
because
watch,
like
dude.
I really like that character, and obviously you know we see that you know she's trying. She really does live for she lives for Wakanda and all that stuff, and then but to hear Angela Bassett just be like,
You're done.
"What have you lost? I've lost everything. What have you lost?"
That fight scene though with Okoye and like the dude on the bridge.
Yeah, dude.
I was like,
Yeah.
dude.
Hammerhead, helmet guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, dude, she's taking on, like 3 warriors basically at this time, and trying to save some chick that she just met, and trying to save Shuri. Like this is like, and then you don't know what she just went through. Like I understand you're upset, but like she just tried everything she could to
She should be
save her.
dead.
Yeah, she should be dead. Yeah. It wasn't something dislocated. She popped it back in.
Her shoulder.
Was it her shoulder?
Yeah, her shoulder.
Something happened, and when she was like crawling, and she just like snapped it back, and I'm like, oh, this is serious.
Yeah.
I got the
But
Yeah.
I was wondering like how she wasn't intimidated because this guy had just killed everybody, and he already had a good rep of murdering a bunch of people, and for her to just be like, nah, it's either you or me,
And then I have to say it. Their casual play and use of NECA in the movie.
Okay, I thought I was the only one.
I was like, they know what they're doing.
You know what
here.
you're doing, Ryan Coogler. Come on,
You know what you're doing.
Come
here.
on.
Like
Yeah.
she's a badass, right? Like
Yeah.
and when she had the little blades or whatever, and they got into that little fight or like argument and tiff.
Yeah.
I was like,
I looked around a little bit when I was
I turned to Rawl. I was like, did she just say
Yeah, she said it.
my NECA?
She did. Very, 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 very slick. Very, very slick.
But yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
how they didn't let nobody else but the Wakandans say her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they know what they're doing.
Do you think so? Okay, now like honesty time. Do you think that these characters are going to actually become like legacy characters in the MCU.
Are we
I
talking?
mean, Namor, yeah.
I mean, Namor, yeah, but like let's say Shuri's Black Panther, or do you feel like and had they not introduced the son at the very end of the movie, then I would think, okay, yeah, they're committed, right?
Yeah.
But it's almost like they gave themselves a way out.
They did,
saying like, if people don't fuck
100%.
with Shuri,
Absolutely.
we've got a Black Panther line.
Yeah.
Technically, they have 2 backups.
Yeah.
What about Baku?
Dude, I wanted to see
Okay.
M'Baku in that suit so fucking bad.
That would be a terrifying Black Panther.
Hey,
You know what I
that's
mean?
Brolic
Yeah,
ass
just
Black
dude,
Panther walking in, dude.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. If I'm like, if you really, you just heard that there's an underworld civilization that has way more soldiers than you do.
Yeah.
You've seen what was just that one. He freaking flies and can swim
Can
underwater.
run in the air.
And again, we're gonna give the heart-shaped herb to Shiri. Like, let her design this cool shit and give this to M'Baku.
Yeah, Baku seems like I will protect
Or
you. Yeah.
any of the I don't even know what's their name. The Delmenage, whatever.
The guard.
The guard?
basically, yeah.
Any one of them.
Yeah.
Also, I would have thought M'Baku would have got his own suit because you know how we saw his armor after fighting Namor and he pierced.
Oh yeah,
his
punched his
breastplate.
chest.
Yeah.
I thought we would have got a like a gorilla suit or something like that.
That would be
You
so
know,
fucking tough.
right?
That would be so fucking tough.
But see, that's why Shiri should be designing as she did for the guards. She made those new suits for them. Like you've already established she's one of the smartest.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is fine. That's totally
Like
fine. That's
let
your
her
role.
let her be that. Let her take over.
Yeah.
You don't have Tony Stark anymore. Let her
Yeah.
take over that.
But also we did kind of get that that hint at the end of the movie, like, oh, we need somebody to lead Wakanda.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
they did leave that open.
M'Baku. And dude, I still to this day love like every time like what was his name, Ross, when he would start talking and everybody's ooh,
Dude, the best one was in this movie though.
Yes.
When he's going back and forth with Kamara
Yes.
Usman.
Yes.
Dude, yeah.
And he's
Oh my
like,
God.
well, if you haven't been there, he's like, ooh. Like, oh, dude, that's probably one of my favorite parts of that entire movie.
When he tells her, "You bald demon,"
You bald-headed demon. Bald-headed demon. That was hilarious.
For how heavy this movie was, the funny
was
the
really
funny parts
funny.
landed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they landed. It was
And they hit with the one-liners on there too, like even like make fun of him. What did they say? A colonizer in chains or something like that.
Yeah. At the end. Mhm. Now I've seen everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you guys catch that when the queen is going to find I forget her name. T'Challa's lady, his wife.
Oh, why am I blanking right now?
I keep confusing myself because I keep thinking Okoye and
I think Okoye is the general.
is
Yeah, that's the general.
That's Michonne from Walking Dead.
Gonna have a field day.
Yeah. You're gonna rip me in-
Nakia.
Nakia, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Nakia. Hey, the
Yeah.
green
See, I
suit.
had to-
Anyway, I'm
Man.
sorry. Continue. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hey, just look.
There's a scene. Ryan
There's a
Coogler
scene.
knew what he was
That's
doing.
what- that's what I'm
There's a
saying.
definite scene where you're like,
Yo, what is that whole fit? Yeah, I'm moving to Wakanda.
Even-
Anyway, sorry.
I feel like even I noticed that.
Like immediately.
And the reason I feel like I noticed that was because I just like as soon as it happened, I remember kind of like do one of these and just say
and here's me and Ty.
eyes wide open, like, oh man,
Hold my hands. You're
yeah,
like,
man,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
man,
whoa, whoa.
man.
Man, yeah.
Damn, she moves her way to the family real quick.
I mean, she's like, she's beautiful, like to say the least, and just the fact that like, and I was telling Karima this, I was like, yo, it's crazy that like, everybody in these movies is like fucking gorgeous. Like,
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Like the whole casting call was like, all right, Michael B. Jordan, everybody needs to be as beautiful or more beautiful
or better. Yeah, like how do you,
like, and how do you
go?
compete?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like yeah, there's a few like characters who may not be Michael B. Jordan level, but they're pretty close.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, everybody in this set is attractive. Like, what the fuck, man?
He doesn't miss.
He doesn't miss.
He doesn't miss. Man.
But did you, when the queen went to go see Nakia, did you catch that T'Challa's son was one of the first to greet her?
No.
Oh.
No way.
Yeah.
And then I didn't put two and two together, but now that you say that, because in the end when she's telling Shuri, like, she knew, right? Like the queen knew.
Yeah, I mean, remember
What did that make sure he spiral again? Like,
Yeah. Nobody tells me anything.
Yeah, but remember in the beginning, hey, I need to tell you something about your brother. Obviously, that's what that was.
And
Yeah.
Namor shows up, right?
Yeah, like right before. It's like she's about to tell her, hey, just
Yeah.
FYI.
Getting riled up.
Yeah. She's like, I need to tell you something about your brother. Obviously, that's what that was. But yeah, I didn't even catch that. That
But
was
I
the
think
first
she
one.
wanted her to you know, the burning of the garments and stuff like that from the funeral.
She wanted her to let
Yeah.
go.
Before she told her anything about that. And
Right.
I guess when Nakia, what is it?
Nakia.
Yeah, Nakia. That's her.
When she saw that Zuri actually went through with burning the garments,
Then she
that's
was
when
like, all right, cool. Hey,
I
I
can tell you this now.
Yeah.
You know, you're in a good headspace per se. You know,
We're gonna get shit on so hard for our butchering of the character names.
It's fine.
Definitely.
It's fine.
But yeah, so like, do you think that these are going to be legacy characters in the MCU, or kind of like you had mentioned, like if these are all different universes, when they eventually correct the timeline and then we go back to a main timeline, are these characters going to stay, or are we going to get recastings of everything? Like, are we going to get recasted, Black Panther? Are we going to get a new Iron Man type thing? Because I get, like, I'll hold my like I did for this movie. I'll hold my judgment until the Ironheart series comes out, because after
Then you
that
can
I
kinda
might be
see,
like, fuck yeah, dude, like,
This
I
is
love
a good
this shit,
idea.
right?
Right.
But just, it bugs me that there's no connection to Tony Stark. It would have been like, even if it was a throwaway, like, oh yeah, I'm on the Stark scholarship. Oh,
Even just a
Yeah.
one-liner,
Like,
a
just
one-liner, and then it would have been done. Yeah.
Then I've been like, cool.
it came from the cop. Cop was like, "Oh, she has a Iron Man suit."
Yeah.
But so what? Like,
Yeah,
that doesn't,
yeah,
like,
that-
there's no
yeah.
real connection there.
Yeah.
I feel like if like the timelines do get corrected and there's gonna be like a moment where like the Ironheart suit shows up and they're gonna say the girl's name, but in reality they're gonna be like, no, it's like part of like Tony Stark's daughter, actually showing up in the suit or something like that.
Or like, not even his daughter. Like, she could have been like an intern.
Yeah.
A hoodie would have been sufficed. A shirt or something.
Yeah.
Just something. Like,
Yeah.
I,
Even
again,
her blueprints.
a
you
one-
know?
a one-liner.
She's getting her show. I'm sure they're gonna address.
Yeah, they have to course correct in that series.
MIT.
And I really hope that they do more with the suit to make it more like, because to me it looked like an Iron Man knockoff.
Mega Man.
Yes,
The Wish.
yes,
the
it
Wish
looked like
version.
Wish Mega Man, dude.
Yeah.
We were all like toying with like Power Rangers, Voltron, and all that.
Yeah.
But no, Mega Man fits.
Mega Man, it fits perfectly.
It was Mega
for
Man.
that.
Finally got to see Mega Man on screen.
Yeah, well, I mean, so overall, I guess, like, getting overall thoughts. To me, I thought the movie was great.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that the whole, like, Talocan and the whole, like, Namor storyline and that whole world was fucking gorgeous. Like, I thought all of that was sick. Like, he once again, like, kind of repeating myself, but he was a great villain with a great reason.
Yeah. It was explained properly.
Yeah. I think for them to do a full rewrite and put this movie together, I think that they did the Black Panther mantle justice.
In the time span too, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't, like, once again, I just don't know if they are going to, moving forward, be those characters that, that they, like, is Shuri going to be Black Panther in all the Black Panther in the Avenger movies? Like, is she going to be, that character, or are they going to,
Give it to his son.
give it to his son, or like change it up that way?
They give him an out. You called that out, right?
like for like here for Black Panther, they have an out because they have the sun. They don't necessarily have an out for Ironheart because Tony Stark's gone.
Yeah.
Right. And she is that character. I hope they find a way to connect it to Tony Stark again. Because that's all I need. That's all I need. I need it to make sense.
Yeah.
And I need it to just click. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Other than that, like I thought that the storyline that they told was phenomenal. I thought that the way that they kind of held it together was great, you know. But overall, I want to see if these are characters that we're going to grow to like really connect with. And I know I'm going to say this now. I know like that the politically correct answer is like we should embrace this and we should say like yes, moving forward, like fuck yeah, like this is phase 4, this is what we get. But like that doesn't account for the fact that like I still need to connect with the character, right? Yeah. Like I pointed out before, I didn't give a fuck about Thor until Thor got funny, and then I was like, oh shit, like now I kind of care for this. But like I didn't really care for the first couple of Thor movies where it was dark and it was heavy all the time.
I don't think anybody.
And I also feel like for with the Marvel universe and everything that I guess like the way the reason why we feel these ways and everything that because
we have 10 years.
Yeah, because the Marvel universe always is changing. It always is,
Iron Man came out in what 08?
Something like that.
09, you know what I mean?
And like we thought the movie was cool, but we didn't give a we didn't really go like
not until you got a big old purple Titan turn around like fine, I'll do it myself. Hey dude, chill out.
Yeah, excuse me? Or like we got a little glimpse of like of Samuel L. Jackson with an eye patch on, going like, let me talk to you about the Avengers initiative. Yeah, then you're like, wait a minute, is this gonna be something? And I don't feel that yet. I'll give him that. I don't feel that yet.
It's still really early.
So it could just be that like, obviously we all fell in love with Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, right? Like Civil War, the Avengers movies, all that. Like we fell in love with that character, and then now this is the first movie where he's gone, but we still love that character. So I think that's why it's so hard to process this. It doesn't have anything to do with the actors or the actresses that played them, because I think they killed it.
Yeah,
like, I think her grief and her anger about things was so believable. Like you understood why she was so upset and why she wanted like this vengeance. But I guess I just have to see more. To me.
I hate that they have to spread everything out like years.
Yeah, we're gonna be
after Ant-Man, I don't even know what's next. I don't even count the Into the Spider-Verse as this, because like that's animated,
separate,
right? That's a completely separate thing. And then skip some more, and then we're waiting 2 years until we get Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my god! But still, like
I can't freaking wait.
I mean, yeah. So
I think overall though the movie was a win.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I
and
agree.
it broke records for like the highest opening movie in November, I think.
Oh, nice.
I think it was right behind Madness.
Yeah, and so that like that obviously we're seeing that in the box office. We're seeing that people are still interested in these franchises, which is a good thing because that means we get more. And then I really, I don't know, like I think I've said this over the last couple Marvel movies, like as a standalone movie, it's cool, but how does this all fit together? And that's because we're so spoiled with the big universe that we built for over a decade. That now it's like, well, these have to tie together. If they don't tie together, what the fuck are we doing here?
But I think they will. I just feel like eventually there's gonna be something where we're like, oh
yeah, we just gotta wait.
Wakanda Forever broke box office highest grossing November debuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It was still prepping for economic winter, I guess. I don't know what that means, but
yeah, I think with with any movie, but especially with comic book movies, if it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
If it's good, it's gonna.
It was so well executed that like you can't not like the movie.
Right.
Right.
For me personally, I would have liked to recast the character because the character is such an important character.
Yeah.
I think Chadwick Boseman, I think for him, like he talked about how important that character was. Not that he was that character.
No, just
Just
that
the
character
guy.
in general.
Important that character was to be,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And but that being said, I think for Ryan Coogler and everyone involved, they didn't just have to make a movie about this. They're making a movie that they're trying to honor their friend.
Yeah.
Like,
That's very hard, dude. Like, I mean, everybody felt that. Everybody, like, I mean, going just remember. I think we talked about this. Like, remember the huge weight loss, and everybody was just clowning on him, and then for us to find out, oh, like he was actually going through this, and then like he was just gone. It's like,
Yeah.
Like him
Well,
falling
what?
asleep. Him falling asleep during.
Then they go back through all the little clips of everything going on. The fact that he filmed, I don't remember what Endgame when he was going like this is crazy. So you have to take all of that, and then you have to make sure, hey, like I've got this huge piece that I need to make sure is I need to build a perfect cake right now. If this cake is terrible, it's done.
Party's
so
over.
yeah, party's over. So yeah, very big task, but yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
So overall, would you watch it again?
Well,
And when will you watch it again?
So I mean, I want to do the Mikey thing and watch it again and just kind of slow it down and look for all the little random details. I feel like this is one of the movies that I was just so excited to see it, just to see what they were going to do.
What they were going to do, yeah.
And I couldn't even pay attention to any of the. I mean, dude, like the fact that her son was the first person. I didn't even catch that. I didn't catch that at all. I felt like that should have been something obvious, but I feel like there might have been some little pieces here and there that we missed. I'm curious to see if there's any
Not drink for this movie.
agreed. Look, the
Eternal Spirit.
the eternal spirit / the heart-shaped herb was delicious.
That
So
had me.
I went to the ancestors. I mean, just say that. I went.
I remember me and Daniel were going to get
You
a second one.
fucking asshole.
And then we were like, oh, you know what? Mike bought us a drink. We should get him one too. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So Daniel buys one, and then I'm like going up there, and I didn't see that Daniel bought one for Mike, so I bought another one for Mike.
That's tough.
And then
That's tough.
I walk up to Mike, and I'm like, here, bro. And then Daniel gives me one for him too, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then by the end of the movie, I look over to Mike, and I see he just murdered 4 cups in my.
No, 3.
Oh, 3 cups.
Because I gave one to Ty. I gave one to Ty.
And then I'm back there like,
So
And I'm like, dude, is this kid a drive? Like, he is
so
on-
here's what happened before we get out of here. I'll tell this story.
Yeah.
So I enjoy buying rounds of drinks for my friends, right? So like we're up there, and it was the 4 of us, 5 of us. Oh no, 4 of us.
Well, Raw was there too.
But Raul had already gone his separate way, and he bought himself 2 drinks already, right? So we were talking to the bartender, and I was like, "Hey, can I like double fist?" She's like, "Yeah, I guess why not, right?"
Yeah.
So I ordered 4, and then I got 1 extra, so I would have 2 because Mike goes, "It's a long movie, you want to make sure that you have enough to make it through the movie." I go, "Okay, cool." So I ordered 4, and then I got 1 extra so I could have 2 drinks. And then after I had already ordered, Huerta walks in, and I go, "Oh fuck!" Like hey, take this one.
yeah,
just
hey, I'm so sorry, I need.
I ordered an extra one here. Just take this one. I'll get another round later. And then so after that, you guys went to walk in, and Mike's like, "Well, I'm gonna get another round too, so I'll buy you a drink." So I go, "Okay, cool." So Mike buys 2 drinks, and then we walk in. Both of us walk in, 2 straws.
Yeah.
Don't fist it, right? So go and I sit down, and then like it was really early on. Jesse and Daniel got up and walked out.
They didn't waste any.
Didn't waste any time. And then they come back, and then Jesse's like, "Here you go, bro." And I'm like, "Oh, cool, thanks, man." And then Daniel, "Here you go, bro." Oh shit, okay.
What am I
So now
supposed
I
to
have
do
like
with
4 in front of me, and then Raul is sitting next to me. He just looks at me and goes, "You're gonna be fucked up." And I was like, "No, I got the." It was just so much sugar.
It was a lot of sugar.
It was so much sweet, and it had the rock candy in it. Now those were delicious.
delicious.
Yeah. But yeah, at some point during my second one, I finished my second one. I looked at the two left, and Ty came up and was like, "The Jeremy Scott Adidas."
Yeah,
yeah. When he
with
was showing me the picture, and I go, "Sick! Here you go."
and I'm like, oh no.
He's like,
This is my time.
Yes.
"This is my tie."
Yes. Literally.
And so I handed it off. So luckily, I got away with only having 3 of the 4. But yeah, I thought I was in for, because you can't waste it. I can't just leave it there. So
Really quick, when I ran to the bathroom, and Daniel was in there, and so I knew he was in there first, and so I come up next to him, and I was just like, dude, I freaking knew they were gonna do it, man. Dr. Doom, it's crazy. He's like, what?
Oh no.
What?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, dude. Doc, you didn't see it? When did you leave? He's like, I just left. I just left. There wasn't Dr. Doom.
I remember because when he came back, Daniel was sitting next to me, and Mike was sitting on the other side. And when Daniel comes back, he goes, "Where's Dr. Doom? Mike said he came out. Where's he at?"
That's
and I'm
not
like, "Dr.
right.
Doom? What are you talking about, dude?" He goes, "He didn't come out." I'm like, "No." He goes, "Mike, damn it."
I said something. I made a joke about like clearly with Dr. Doom, but he's like, what? I just walked out.
Yeah, see?
it's amazing.
Can we talk about the bathroom that Namor attacked?
Dude, yeah, I walked out to go pee, and I was like, there's a dude in there with a mop, and it's all flooded. And I was like, Jesus. And I went to pee. I came back in, and then Raul went to the bathroom, and he came back. He's like, dude, something happened in that bathroom. And I was like, dude, it was Namor. He starts laughing.
No more.
But yeah, dude, good times.
All in all, it was a good movie.
Yeah, I'm ready for it to come out on like Disney Plus, which I'm sure it'll happen soon, and then I can really like kind of like
January 17th.
yeah, like hone in on stuff. And
I can't
really-
wait to watch a new Rockstar's breakdown on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They do such good breakdowns.
yeah. So, well, that being said, this episode's not really much of a mental health episode, but it was good for our souls.
This was
You know.
affirmative.
Well, Ty
a
walked
little
out when the Queen died, and he's like, "I'm okay, I'm fine."
That was tough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And then
That
the
was
kid,
tough.
we just hear him punch the wall.
Like, yo, is Ty cool? Nah.
it's
Nah.
like somebody's kid was like, "Are you crying?"
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, they Aunt made me, man. You
The
just,
aunt made me do it.
literally.
Well,
Just tough, but
from mental health aspects, I mean, there were different stages of grief throughout the movie.
absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
We were punching a couple thug tears.
Yeah.
For sure, I was.
Oh well, they did it right again, right in the beginning. Not even like 2.5 minutes in, I'm like, damn, y'all not even gonna.
Yeah, yeah.
I was hoping to see. Wow, this is the 10th time I've already forgot a character's name.
I'm telling you, once the cameras are on, it's like
Yeah.
all that shit's out the window.
Bucky?
Thank you. Yeah,
True. Yeah. Why wasn't he there?
I mean, well, I mean,
White Wolf.
that,
Yeah.
I thought that again. Like I didn't want to.
He's with Sam Wilson.
Yeah,
He's with
that's-
Sam Wilson.
Yeah, with the-
Yeah, because you would have thought with the government trying to toy around with Wakanda and everything that even Nick Fury would have stepped in.
yeah. I didn't want the whole squad in it. I just a couple more would have been fine. Again, because I
All
think-
I'm saying is they all went to Tony's funeral. So how come they're not?
That kind of bothered me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really, not one Avenger could show
But
up.
then again, like they don't all have access to Wakanda, right?
But-
and then
but
and then
they
that's a very
fought in
traditional.
Endgame together.
Yeah.
And they fought in Wakanda together.
and he was the
Yeah.
first person to come out. He was the
Yeah.
first
He
person to
was.
come out.
He was.
Hey, that scene.
That scene, dude.
Scene is still tough.
Yeah, I
get
literally
chills.
just yeah.
See, I get oh god, that movie was. Anyway,
Have I told you guys about my story about that whole last fight scene of Endgame in my theater? Where you? I don't know if one of you guys.
is this where you high five the guy?
No, that was.
no, that was.
Oh,
No way home,
oh, we're not talking about that. Oh, okay. I thought-
dude. Yeah, I did that too. I high fived a total stranger.
yeah. Well,
Just
to be
stranger.
fair, I mean that's a good moment. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
When I saw Endgame, in my theater, and it was one of those funny moments when like it all happens like so quickly, but like I saw it and I knew exactly what was gonna happen. So you get that first on your left.
Yeah.
And you start, and then all of a sudden, you know, they start.
The portals.
Everyone starts coming in,
Yeah.
you know, and everyone's losing their shit, right?
Yeah.
And so, of course, as soon as Cap says, "Avengers assemble," and then they charge.
That was the first. Yeah.
So as soon as they charge, some dude I can see like in the lower levels just completely freaks out. Okay, because like
Yeah.
popcorn flying, and he jumps up, and he's just because he's so excited.
Yeah. Of course.
Because he stood up, and this is one of the greatest movies in nerd history. The two people behind him, as soon as he stood up, they don't want to miss anything, so they stand up too to get up.
So
And so they'd send a wave, dude. As soon as it happened, it sent a wave.
And now everybody's standing up cheering.
Dude, we were standing up. I was like throwing popcorn in my mouth, dude. I was like,
Did I still like watching like the initial reaction to that scene
because it gives you more
because
chills.
yeah, because you just get so
Yeah.
emotionally charged. Like, yeah,
I mean, yeah, I still remember I mean, again, just that first opening, and then you see the silhouette, and you're like, it's time. And then everybody starts coming up, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Thanos is fucked.
and it was such a good because up until that point, man, Thanos was winning at every turn.
Yeah.
He was winning. Every turn he was winning.
Also, sidebar. I mean, it's too late now, but I need Thanos versus Hulk Part 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah.
I hate how they nerfed Hulk, dude.
Like
Yeah.
I hate that.
I
dude.
just
hated
I
that.
need look, take the gauntlet off. Just I need that one-on-one because you did Hulk dirty in the almost same thing in the first 5 minutes. I'm like, so that's it? You mean to tell me this guy just dismantled Hulk? Like, cool. So we're
Give him an internal battle.
I'm okay. I'm okay with seeing that play out once. Establish how hard of a badass
right.
Thanos
Like this is serious. Like
Yeah.
okay, we're now yeah.
Yeah, and he did that with only 2 stones, really.
That's
You know, and so,
Yeah.
but like, we didn't get to see Hulk be Hulk again.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen Hulk be Hulk again.
no,
no.
We have
He's
smart Hulk now.
well, yeah. He's twerking with She-Hulk and Meg the Stallion.
still haven't watched it.
Oh,
Seen it?
Still haven't watched it.
I haven't finished it. Now that you say that, it's realized.
I just don't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't give.
Oh, okay. Well, just
I don't care about
My thing with that show is like, you know, I enjoy like, you know, these are comic book movies, like they're
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
not Shakespeare.
No, it's
Yeah.
This is clearly not.
But I can't get around when like things just aren't. I'm like, that's just not believable in the
Yeah.
sense of like she's a Hulk. Everybody knows now she's a Hulk. But yet like people still boss her around and like pick on her.
I feel like if you watch the full series to the end, you know what I'm talking about. You'll understand it at the end, what she does. You'll see what she does, and it all ties in, and you're like, oh, okay, great.
I intend to watch it because I want to see Daredevil. Right.
I'm not gonna lie, that was sick. And also,
There was
Wong.
like an image that came out of an all black Daredevil suit.
No. He's red and gold.
No,
but just in general?
no. Just in general, there's an image of like Charlie Cox in an all black Daredevil suit.
Don't.
Her series is coming out.
Yeah.
Don't give me hope.
And I was like, ooh, that looks fucking hard. But like, but there's still a lot. Like I've talked about. I've been so busy. Like I still haven't watched House of the Dragon. I still haven't watched Werewolf by Night.
I need to watch.
I still haven't
You and
watched.
Cram should watch Werewolf by Night.
Huh?
You and Cram should watch Werewolf by Night.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Doesn't she like horror stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Not like weird like stuff going on.
yeah. See, that's the way you said it.
The way you said it was like you and your girl should watch it.
There's a scene with crystals and
Okay. Yeah. And there it is.
I watched Moon Knight. I really liked Moon Knight. There's just so much I haven't caught up on. I haven't watched.
Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel.
I haven't watched Miss Marvel.
I have not seen that one either.
You know that I hadn't finished the last. I think I saw maybe one more episode, maybe or 2 more episodes. That show was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
I haven't even finished it. I think I've only watched two episodes, and it reminds me of the video game. So I was like, oh, this is where this came from. The Avengers video game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's time to play catch up.
Yeah, for sure.
play catch up and eat some pizza.
Watch a couple shows.
So we will let's go ahead and sign off here. Ty,
Yes.
I know we didn't really talk about you very much this episode, but do you want
Oh.
to plug any anything? Maybe some Burner State.
Some Budweiser.
I mean, I would have a shirt. I don't have a shirt on. No. Yeah. Everybody, go follow Burner State. Go follow No Bragging Rights. Go follow Toca Culture.
You don't gotta do all that stuff.
Fine. Like, follow, and subscribe.
Yeah.
No. I mean, yeah. As far as the band's concerned, I mean, yeah. Just I'm looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to everybody hearing the new stuff. It's a lot of fun. Really bouncy. Yeah. I think that's really it as far as the band's concerned.
Honestly, go follow Ty's Instagram because he does some like really dope covers on his bass.
I will say this: if you guys want to see more of Ty, I've been working behind the scenes to convince Ty to come join the network and get on a show with a concept. The same way that I beat Mike down to get into podcasting,
Yeah.
I think I'm almost there with Ty.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
And
We're
if
gonna
this
build you a
happens,
whole new studio.
Okay,
if
That's
this
not necessary.
If this happens, it's gonna be really, really fun.
Yeah.
Just
It's
say
gonna
that.
be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think really it's just a scheduling thing, which I'm pretty sure is pretty doable.
We can make it
So,
happen.
yeah.
You can
Yeah.
bring Aria.
Yeah. But yeah. I don't know what else. I mean, are we doing like a 15-second bio? I like food a lot. I don't know. Are we doing this right now? I've already said.
speaking of food, the pizza's here.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say. I mean, I've already said what my favorite body part is on a female with the shoulders. So that's pretty much all you need to know. Just
Ladies.
the shoulders.
If you have nice shoulders.
Just send them boulder shoulders
Yeah,
in.
just do one of these maneuvers.
I did have a question though.
Yes.
Why shoulders?
Oh, why?
No.
Oh.
No. And this isn't coming from me. This is coming from several people.
Oh God. This is a setup.
And I feel like we know the answer, and it's simply just Ty as a guy.
Huh?
Where do you get all your gear?
Oh.
Are you wearing your Marvel?
Well, this is a
guys,
Black Panther
yeah,
hoodie.
yeah, let's
Okay.
talk about this.
He showed up with like a Wakanda Forever Letterman.
Okay. All right.
Like a Letterman, like a.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a big supporter of box lunch. Now, forgive me for this, but I think like for every dollar spent there, like they do something where they give back. I don't remember, like I don't know if it's lunch or they do something like that. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm it's like a smaller version of Hot Topic because they have all the pop culture stuff, but they have a ton of stuff there. So normally when a movie is either about to drop or like a trailer drops or something like that, they'll come out with stuff. I unfortunately have spent a lot of money there, so I get the little bucks.
Dude, let's get you a Lunchbox sponsorship, dude.
Oh man, yeah, God, I would love that. But yeah, so that's where the Wakanda Forever jersey came from that I wore at the show.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of my favorites. The Killmonger one is coming. Let's just say that. That may or may not be we'll say that for later. But yeah, that's where that jacket came from. But yeah, they have like a whole like Marvel section of stuff. So that's where that came from. The Marvel chain, I can't remember where I got that. I got that from somewhere online.
Is that real?
We don't need to talk about. It's
real enough.
It's real enough.
Yeah.
That cubic zirconia is crazy.
They tins. I keep them clean though.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
trying to think what else.
Spider-Man jerseys too.
Yeah, but the Spider-Man jerseys came from Hot Topic a while back. So that was
Yeah, Ty got his Spider-Man base from Box Lunch.
yes. Well, yeah. Shout out Ernie Ball. Let's try to get that sponsorship. But no, but yeah, that's where like a lot of it comes from. And again, like I can't remember the exact like foundation that Box Lunch works with, but it's like for every dollar you spend, like they donate. And then I think when you do purchase something, they just do their roundup. So it's like, hey, like it's $5.49. Do you want to round up?
to $6.
Yeah, and then we do. Yeah, so. So that's where that came from. So if you guys do see the next one's Ant-Man. So if you guys see, you know, something Ant-Man themed,
Just no Ty spent money.
but again, Box Lunch does like the bucks. So, you know, they'll send me like, you know, $15 here, $30 here, $25 here. So that's
That's paycheck.
yeah, that's the, you know, everybody's got their, you know, their thing. That's my thing.
It's that and shoulders.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Those are my two things. Yes. So, yep. Yeah.
Well, that being said, at Walking Blind Pod, everywhere. WalkingBlindPod@gmail.com. Send us some emails. The P.O. box that Mike's waiting for mail for that we haven't set up yet.
If you saw the movie, give us your
Yeah, give
thoughts.
us your
yes.
feedback. I want to know what
Yes.
you guys thought of the movie. And then I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for my comments
You
on the movie.
forgot this
Yeah.
person's name. I know. We're
I'm sure I'm going to get hate for butchering names and then for like being a little hard on the new characters. But
So bring it.
It's fine.
it's fine. It's fine. Tell me. So that being said, we love you guys. Thank you, Ty. See you guys soon. Peace.
Peace.